This story begins in the Tsangyuan Kingdom, at Yusu Peak. A terrifying bolt of lightning crashes down from the heavens, striking the earth and triggering a massive explosion. From within the chaos, a boy appears, someone who has crossed over from another world. At that moment, an unknown master steps forward. His gaze is sharp as he studies the boy and says calmly, "Boy, you are truly one in a million, a peerless genius in martial cultivation. Today you and I share a destined bond. I will accept you as my disciple of the Tianqiong sect. Though you will have no fellow brothers, I believe you will still rise and thrive." And just like that, Yixing becomes his disciple. Time passes. Yixing remains in the Tianqiong sect as summer comes and goes, and winter follows. Half a year slips by in silence. One day, Yixing sits alone, staring up at the sky, his expression heavy. So, I really crossed over just like that. Frustration builds within him. He storms into the ancestral hall, kicks the door open, and shouts angrily, "Old man! I've been here for half a year now. At least teach me something." But the hall is empty. Yixing freezes, confused. Where did that old master go? Then he looks ahead, and his face changes. This isn't good. What is that? Before him lies something extraordinary, a secret book. Delighted, Yixing grabs it eagerly. Heh. Is this the secret manual the old man hid? But when he opens it, his smile freezes. The pages are completely blank. Just then, a voice echoes inside his mind. "Yixing, come to the council hall." It is his master. Yixing curses under his breath. Damn it, they found me. On his way to the council hall, his thoughts race. Did the master summon me because of the Forbidden Area incident? Why would he be afraid of something like that? He pushes the door open and rushes inside, panicking. "Master! I swear, this has nothing to do with..." Before he can finish, he slips, crashes to the floor, and is left aching all over. Then he looks up. A piece of paper floats quietly in the air. Yixing stares at it, confused, unable to understand the strange symbols at first. He reaches out, takes it, and begins to read. "My dear apprentice, last night, I observed the heavens. The dark star rose, and the morning star fell. A great calamity is approaching this world. Therefore, to prevent disaster, I have decided to descend the mountains and travel. For now, I leave the Tianqiong sect in your care. Make good use of the treasures I have left behind." Yixing clenches his fist. That old man. But his anger falters when he sees several items laid out before him. These are the treasures he left me? He picks up a brush. Could this be a hidden weapon? In novels, the protagonist always finds some broken sword that turns out to be a divine artifact. Maybe if I use this brush on my hair, I'll go bald overnight and gain the power to shatter stars with one punch? His face darkens. I knew it! This is just the old man's youthful junk. He's bald now because he used this trash brush. Next, he examines a cracked bead. This looks even worse. Did he steal it from a child? Then Yixing notices another item. His eyes light up. Is this a cultivation treasure? With a snort, he mutters, "The worst it can do is give me a few burps, right?" Without hesitation, he eats it. Well, the master doesn't look trustworthy, but I'll give him this one chance. Suddenly, a strange sensation surges through his body. Pain explodes within him as golden light bursts outward. Waves of golden energy pour from Yixing, leaving him stunned. What's happening to me? The power continues to rise. This overwhelming potency. Yixing slams his fist into the ground. The impact knocks him over, yet he laughs through the pain. Wow, that was powerful! Did I succeed in refining my body? Was this the master's gift to me? He recalls what the ancestral records say. The first step on the path of cultivation is body refinement, tempering the flesh so it may absorb spiritual energy and resonate with heaven and earth. Then Yixing spots another treasure, a book. Since there was a body-refining pill, maybe he even left me a cultivation technique. He laughs excitedly. I thought he was stingy, but maybe he really cared. The inheritance of the Tianqiong sect? The relics of ancient masters? If I learn this, becoming an immortal will be easy. But as he looks closer, his expression freezes. It's an erotic technique? The book describes a mysterious art capable of pleasing any woman and bringing boundless enjoyment. Yixing is so shocked that the book slips from his hands. He stares at it for a long moment, then quietly picks it up again and tucks it away. Naughty old man. Still, he nods seriously. Perhaps this scripture hides supreme power. I'll slowly comprehend it. Maybe I'll awaken some divine ability. I can trust my master, right? Suddenly, another scroll falls from his hands. The wordless book again. I'll need a bath later. I'm sweating like crazy. The moment Yixing touches it, blinding light erupts from the pages. A translucent screen appears in midair. Yixing gasps. The book is alive! The screen displays information about him. Name, Yixing. Cultivation, body refinement, first level. Oh, that's my cultivation level. His eyes move downward. And this line below. With a thought, he activates it. A map unfolds before him. Yixing is stunned. This thing is smart. It's not just a magic weapon, it's a divine weapon. The range is marked clearly, the ancestral hall. I see. I understand everything now. As long as it's within the domain, the one who held this heavenly book was the master. Clutching the book, Yixing sprints back to the ancestral hall. There, he sees a translucent dome forming around him. Is this my domain? He reaches out and steps inside. With a flick of his finger, a nearby pot lifts into the air. Yixing floats upward, eyes wide with joy. I'm flying! In this domain. I feel invincible. But he suddenly loses balance and starts to fall. The pot tips over, water spilling out, yet the water freezes in midair. Yixing speaks instinctively, and the water obeys. In this domain, I control time and space. His heart pounds with excitement. With this heavenly book, I'll be invincible. He flies freely, laughing in delight. Moments later, the domain collapses and dissipates. What? The space disappeared? After cleaning up the remnants, Yixing finally understands. So far, the Book of Heaven can only divide a space of 5 cubic feet. Within this space, my body is indestructible, immune to all poisons. I can teleport, control the laws of time and space, and even reverse time, though only 10 seconds back, with a cooldown. His eyes shine. I'll be invincible with this book. Incredible. After studying and understanding nearly all the functions of the heavenly book, Yixing lets out a satisfied sigh. That should be everything for now. Time to take a bath and get something to eat. Just as he is about to slip the book into his pocket, something unexpected happens. The book suddenly melts into light and sinks straight into his body. Yixing's eyes widen in shock. Hey, wait! You're my mysterious book! Don't rush in like that, my body can't handle everything at once. With effort, he pulls it back out again, still stunned. Holding the book in his hands, he stares at it in disbelief. This cryptic book is truly miraculous. It keeps surprising me again and again. But why would something this incredible appear in such a small, insignificant sect? Could it be that the old man himself doesn't even know this treasure exists? He frowns thoughtfully. When the master comes back, I'll have to ask him about the true history of the Tianqiong sect. Then his expression turns serious. Now that I at least have the power to protect myself, dealing with intruders or thieves attacking the sect won't be a problem, but possessing such a treasure is a sin in itself. If news leaks out, it will attract countless people fighting over it. Yixing clenches his fist. I've decided. I won't leave this mountain until my strength has fully matured. After a pause, another question surfaces in his mind. Speaking of which, where exactly did that old master go? At the same time, elsewhere. A group of cultivators are chasing someone at full speed. The man ahead runs incredibly fast, clutching a young girl in his arms. You bastard! Let go of our saintess! Someone roars, another shouts angrily. How dare you kidnap the saintess of the Tianqiong sect? You're courting death! Kill him! The one being chased is an old man, and the girl he has abducted struggles in his grasp. As he flees, the old man mutters to himself. I wonder if my apprentice has successfully entered the body refinement realm by now. From his shameless behavior alone, it's obvious. This old man can only be Yixing's master. With a sudden burst of power, the old man vanishes. The pursuers strike together, but it's too late. Only lingering smoke remains. Seeing this, one man gasps. That was the void crossing technique. Who exactly is that old man? Another replies grimly. To move that fast through the void, even with techniques, he must be at least at the 5th level of the immortal realm. A third adds, even with formation symbols, no one in our sect could reach such a level. One of them narrows his eyes in thought. Could someone be trying to destroy the alliance between the Tianqiong sect and the Mountain sect? Why else would they do this? Suddenly, they notice something on the ground. What's that? A badge lies there. It is quickly handed to a senior cultivator. The moment he recognizes it, his expression darkens with fury. The scene shifts. Inside a grand hall, a man strikes his disciple in rage. Useless trash! He roars. Tell me, why did Frost run out of her cave and delay the wedding of the Mountain sect's saint's son? Who will take responsibility for this? This man is Fang Qing, the sect master of the Tianqiong sect. At that moment, an elder steps forward. Fang Qing immediately greets him with respect. The elder speaks coldly. Master Fang, although your daughter possesses the rare pure sword body, there are countless daughters of heaven in the eastern wilderness, all eager to offer themselves to the mountain sect's saint son. Yet your precious daughter fled at such a critical moment. His gaze sharpens. Is the Tianqiong sect dissatisfied with our mountain sect? Do you look down on us, one of the 5 great sects? The cultivators who had chased the old man earlier stand nearby, seething with anger. Fang Qing hurriedly explains. Elderine, please listen. Frost has genuinely fallen in love with the son of the mountain holy tree. This is not a lie. Our Tianqiong sect will definitely capture the old man who abducted her a few days ago. But Elderine slams his hand down. Enough. I've listened to your excuses for days. If we rely on you, we'll never find that old man. His voice turns icy. I have already returned the token to the mountain sect. My ancestor has personally used the karma secret art to trace its origin. Once my ancestor burns down that old man's sect and captures his disciples, we will extract the truth through soul searching. Everyone present is horrified. What? Someone exclaims. The mountain sect's ancestor, the being who has lived for over 100,000 years and reached the Taoist immortal realm? Elderine sneers. Anyone who dares to interrupt our mountain sect's marriage alliance and kidnap a saintess deserves death. As one of the top 5 forces in Dongwon, the mountain sect possesses countless supreme techniques and 3 great secret realms, including the mountain record. The ancestor's power is immeasurable. He alone supports the entire sect. He continues, voice heavy with pride. The current saintess of the mountain sect is an unparalleled genius, rare even in tens of thousands of years. She was personally chosen by the ancestor for this marriage. The scene shifts again. Mountain sect. Countless cultivators have gathered. A young woman whispers angrily. Elder Wang invited us here, but it feels like he intends to humiliate us. Her senior shakes his head. No, the mountain sect's strength is still far beyond ours. Another disciple asks curiously. Senior brother, why are so many people gathered today? Is something big about to be announced? Haven't you heard? The senior replies. The Tianqiong sect's saintess, who was engaged to our mountain sect's saint, was abducted a few days ago. This marriage was arranged personally by the ancestor. That's why he has come out of seclusion today. Someone else clenches his fists. Who dared to touch our mountain sect? Another scoffs bitterly. We've searched for 3 or 4 days and found nothing. Even losing sight of our own saintess. How embarrassing! Suddenly, a figure steps forward. Look ahead. All eyes turn. At the center sits an old man, calmly cultivating. A cultivator approaches and kneels. Ancestor. The old man opens his eyes. Terrifying aura surges forth, shaking heaven and earth. He speaks with thunderous authority. The marriage between my mountain sect's saint and the Tianqiong sect's saintess was a blessed union. Yet a few days ago, some rats dared to abduct the Tianqiong sect's saintess. One cultivator shouts angrily. Who dares provoke my mountain sect? Another laughs coldly. Those small sects must have slept through the ages and forgotten our reputation. Golden light gathers in the sky. The heavens tremble. My God! Someone whispers in awe. Is this the ancestor's level? Just opening his eyes changes the color of the world. The old man raises a token, his voice filled with killing intent. Tianqiong sect. Using the law of causality, I have traced this token back to them. Though they are millions of miles away, today, I will make the entire world remember their name. Spiritual energy roars violently as he forms an enormous hand of pure power. His voice echoes across heaven and earth. Anyone who dares provoke the disciples of my mountain sect shall face the wrath of the old ancestor. The old man thrusts his palm forward, sending a terrifying strike straight toward the Tianqiong sect. Cheers erupt instantly. The old ancestor is mighty. Mountain sect is invincible. The surrounding cultivators are exhilarated. One senior stares in shock, his heart pounding as he thinks. With the old ancestor's cultivation at the 7th level of the immortal realm, he already stands among the strongest in all of Dongwon. Even the Fang sect's leader is only at the 5th level. The gap is simply too vast. At the same moment, inside the Tianqiong sect's ancestral hall, Yixing is leisurely flipping through the so-called erotic manual, his master left behind, reading with great interest. When he turns a page, cultivation insights suddenly appear. So good ascending to the immortal realm, so good. Yixing mutters happily. Suddenly, his expression changes. He steps outside and looks up at the sky. A colossal spiritual palm is descending upon the sect. What is that? Shock floods his face. Instinctively, he starts to retreat, then abruptly stops. Wait, a calm smile spreads across his lips. I now have the ability to control everything. His eyes sharpen as confidence surges through him. Who are you, demon or devil, daring to challenge my cultivation? Someone actually wants to attack Yusu Peak? Yixing clenches his fist as spiritual power gathers in his palm. Taking a step forward, he casually strikes out and effortlessly blocks the incoming attack. Back at the mountain sect, the old man laughs proudly. This move, the Demon Sky Great Seal, is an intermediate grade divine power of our mountain sect. Any inner disciple with at least 5,000 contribution points may learn it. The crowd erupts in admiration. To witness the old ancestor personally using a divine power, this is truly our blessing. Another cultivator adds excitedly. When condensed with one's own blood essence, this seal can move mountains, overturn seas, blot out the sun, and cover the heavens. The sect leader nods solemnly. Just watching the old ancestor perform it has already deepened my understanding. With this palm, all protective arrays and defensive formations would be crushed. The old man smiles with satisfaction. Study its essence carefully. Do not disgrace the divine powers of our sect. Then, he turns around and freezes. His expression stiffens as he realizes something is wrong. My attack was stopped. A massive projection screen displays the scene, and all the disciples see it clearly. Murmurs spread like wildfire. As sect leader, is the old ancestor's divine power being blocked? The sect leader is stunned into silence. In disbelief, he snaps. Impossible! How could anyone in this world block the old ancestor's attack? Trying to save face, he quickly adds. This must be the old ancestor deliberately holding back, to test the opponent. But the old man remains silent, his eyes fixed on the image. The disciples exchange confused glances. Meanwhile, cold sweat forms on the old man's back. What's going on? An array? A divine treasure? Another supreme divine power? No, this can't be happening. His mind races. How could anyone so casually block my palm in this world? He grits his teeth. No. I cannot let my disciples see my embarrassment. Straightening his posture, he speaks loudly. Just now, the Demon Sky Great Seal only released pure spiritual power. You could all achieve the same. The disciples' eyes light up. Next, he continues forcefully. I will demonstrate the Demon Sky Great Seal after activating blood essence power, and you will see how terrifying it truly is. The crowd explodes with excitement. The sect leader beams proudly. Did you see that? This is the old ancestor's strength. Halting divine power at will, purely to let us witness its might firsthand. But inside, the old man is panicking. I already used my blood essence earlier, now I'll have to burn my life force with a secret technique. His gaze hardens. I cannot lose face in front of my disciples. On Yusu Peak, Yixing watches the massive palm carefully, curiosity flickering in his eyes. So this is divine power, interesting. High above, the old man unleashes even greater force, determined to overwhelm Yixing at all costs. His voice echoes with killing intent. Whether you are demon or deity, once my secret technique is activated, even a 7th level immortal realm expert will be unable to withstand my attack. The old man raises his voice and declares, Disciples, watch carefully and learn well. I will demonstrate this only once. Before he can finish, blood suddenly spills from the corner of his mouth. On Yusu Peak, Yixing's eyes widen in shock. Did you mess things up again? At that instant, a cold notification echoes in his mind. A spiritual object is spying on this realm. Should it be eradicated? Yixing freezes. Spying? So it's not human. Eradicate it. His gaze sharpens. We can't let anyone discover my abilities. Back at the mountain sect, the sect leader smacks his subordinate on the head. Master, look! The man blurts out. Has someone broken the old ancestor's divine power? Shut up! The leader snaps angrily. The old ancestor must have profound intentions behind this. But inside, the old man is trembling. Impossible. I used secret techniques to double my power, yet I still couldn't break that confinement. Even my divine power was shattered? He grits his teeth inwardly. 10,000 years ago, I exchanged blows with those old monsters in Zhongzhou and suffered minor injuries. This must just be an old wound relapsing. Nothing serious. Nearby disciples whisper among themselves. Those qualified to debate with the old ancestor must be immortals of the Ascension realm. That makes sense. Suddenly, the sect leader speaks up hesitantly. Old ancestor, weren't you in seclusion 10,000 years ago? The old man's heart skips a beat. Cold sweat pours down his forehead. He quickly regains composure and says calmly, "What I've shown today is sufficient. You have already learned the position of the Tianqiong sect. Spare them for now." But in his heart, panic churns. There must be experts at the 8th level of the Ascension realm, or even stronger, hidden within the Tianqiong sect. It couldn't have been that young man. Perhaps the other party has constraints and cannot reveal themselves. If I don't stop now, I'm afraid. The old man releases his aura and announces loudly, "The one who abducted my disciple's fiancée does not appear to be within their sect. As one of the 5 great sects of the Eastern Wilderness, the Demon Sky sect has no need to humiliate nameless minor sects." His voice turns cold. "But if they dare provoke the Demon Sky sect again, I will personally annihilate them and show the world our might." Suddenly, crack! A treasure behind the old man shatters into pieces. The old man's pupils contract. "What?" The disciples erupt in shock. The sect leader explodes with rage. "Who dares destroy the treasures of my Demon Sky sect? Old ancestor, if we do not avenge this, how can our sect maintain its dignity?" When he looks at the old man, he realizes. The old ancestor looks like he's about to cry. Inside, the old man is screaming, "If we don't leave now, it'll be too late." Fear grips him. The sect leader turns to the crowd and shouts, "Disciples, the old ancestor originally spared the Tianqiong sect out of benevolence. But they were ungrateful and dared to destroy our sect's treasure, the Sky Demon Mirror. With the old ancestor personally taking action, the world will tremble before the name of the Demon Sky sect." Before he can continue, smack! The old man clamps a hand over his mouth and snarls, "Are you trying to get me killed?" Then, forcing dignity into his voice, he declares, "Those who provoke the Demon Sky sect will not be spared. However, my old injuries have relapsed. I must enter seclusion. When I emerge." Before he can finish, he rises into the air and vanishes, leaving the stunned sect leader behind. The leader straightens his posture and announces loudly, "The old ancestor has spoken. The Tianqiong sect will be destroyed." High above, the old man listens helplessly, face twitching. Who in the world gave birth to such an idiot for a sect leader? Back on Yusu Peak, Yixing stares at a pool of blood floating before him. What is this? When he touches it, the blood surges directly into his body. Yixing's eyes widen. The efficacy, it's 100 times stronger than the body-refining pill. Grinning, he reaches out. Hand it over. At that same moment, the old man coughs violently, blood spraying from his mouth. My essence blood, it's being forcibly extracted. With that, his gamble completely collapses, and he suffers a heavy backlash. Yixing examines the blood thoughtfully. This looks like blood, but it carries something strange. Suddenly, Master! Master! A girl comes running at full speed. Yixing turns around, and she crashes straight into him. Senior brother, save me! Yixing blinks in confusion. Who is she? 1 hour earlier, on Yusu Peak. A girl named Qing Shuang is running desperately. Master told me to go to East Yusu Peak to find senior brother, but I've been running for 3 days already. She clutches a map, following it toward the east, yet confusion fills her eyes. Is it ahead? Suddenly, danger strikes. An attack flashes toward her, but Qing Shuang dodges effortlessly. Another girl appears, sword drawn. Saintess! Come back with us and get married. The mountain sect even forced Elder Mountain to leave seclusion for you. She attacks again. Qing Shuang blocks the strike with her sword. Stop struggling, the girl shouts. Qing Shuang grits her teeth. I would rather die than go back. With a swift motion, she deflects the sword, kicks her opponent squarely in the back, and sends her flying. Boom! The girl crashes into a tree, which explodes and collapses. Injured, she coughs and says painfully, This is all for the sake of the sect. If you marry into the mountain sect, the Tianqiong sect can regain its former glory. Don't be so stubborn, it hurts. Qing Shuang's voice trembles with fury. You only talk about reviving the sect, but have you ever thought about my happiness, my wishes? Memories flood her mind. Chains. Darkness. Loneliness. Then, an unknown man appears. Yixing's master. He chuckles lightly. These Tianqiong sect fellows are really persistent. They even broke the fence while chasing you in beast form. How stingy. Hope ignites in Qing Shuang's eyes. Please, Elder, save me. I'm being forced into marriage. Help me escape this misery. Please take me in. The old man waves his hand lazily. All right, I understand. Since your aptitude is exceptional, from today onward, you shall join my Tianqiong sect. Back in the present, Qin Shuang smiles faintly at the memory. She looks at her pursuer and says calmly, "Although I don't know why you knocked me unconscious before leaving, it must have been part of the Elder's plan." The girl clenches her teeth in anger. "Even if you defeat me, you won't escape the other senior brothers. It's better for both of us to return now." At the same time, the girl smiles faintly, her thoughts filled with malice. "Ah, foolish daughter of the sect master. I knew you wouldn't dare kill me. You were always seducing senior brother Wang. Once you marry into the mountain sect, senior brother Wang will belong to me alone." But in the next instant, slash! Qin Shuang's sword flashes past the girl's face, striking the tree behind her with terrifying precision. The girl's face turns pale in fear. Qin Shuang presses the blade closer and coldly pulls out the map. "Stop talking nonsense. Tell me, where is the marked location on this map?" The girl glances at the map, her heart skipping a beat. My thoughts were just read." Qin Shuang glares at her. "You've been forcing me to run west these past few days. Am I getting farther and farther away from this place?" As the girl studies the map more carefully, she sighs inwardly. As expected, the Saintess's sense of direction is truly hopeless. She hesitates, then asks cautiously, "Why does the Saintess insist on walking toward the marked location?" Qin Shuang's eyes flash with anger. "That's none of your business. Tell me quickly, or I'll kill you." Before the girl can respond, a calm voice echoes from behind. "Saintess, there's no need to threaten her." Qin Shuang turns sharply. Dozens of figures emerge from the shadows, Tianqiang sect disciples, surrounding her from all sides. One man steps forward with a strange smile. "We're all fellow disciples. Why must we kill each other?" Another adds nervously. "If the mountain sect really comes, our sect won't be able to withstand it." A third says grimly, "Don't you want to see the sect master survive?" The girl steps closer to Qin Shuang and grabs her arm, feigning sympathy. "Oh, sorry about this. But do you really think you can defeat all of us? It's better to come back obediently." She leans closer and whispers smugly, "Oh, right. The mountain elder has already moved to capture the Tianqiang sect disciples. You'll see it with your own eyes soon." Qin Shuang's pupils shrink in shock. The girl continues coldly, "Haven't you realized it yet? The marks on the map, that's our current location." Far in the distance, a terrifying aura surges. The same old man who unleashed the palm attack earlier. His strike is heading straight toward Yixing's sect. All of them watch from afar. One disciple gasps, "That's the Demon Sky sect's famous magic art, the Demon Sky giant handprint." Another trembles. "The Demon Sky Patriarch, he's taken action." The girl laughs with delight. "So that's it. The place you wanted to escape to, Holy Maiden, is the sect of that mysterious old man." She sneers. "What a pity. The Demon Sky Patriarch already knows the sect's location. You have no way out now." Qin Shuang's face turns deathly pale as she watches the massive palm descend toward Yixing's sect. The Demon Sky Patriarch, that old demon who ascended to the immortal realm, personally took action. Her heart trembles. Although Master is strong, I've never even heard his name spoken across the world. And senior brother, they're going to destroy the entire Tianqiang sect, just because of me. Her fists clench tightly. Demon Sky sect, such cruel hearts. "I'm sorry, Master. I'm sorry, senior brother. I've implicated you." Qin Shuang has no idea that Yixing has already destroyed the old man's palm attack. From afar, a disciple frowns. "Why isn't the magic skill detonating?" Another replies confidently, "The Demon Sky Patriarch must be gathering power. The next strike will shatter the entire mountain." But someone else stares intently and shouts, "No, that's impossible. Look, the power of the giant palm is still rising." Yet on the mountain, Yixing calmly holds the terrifying palm in place. Then, it collapses. Effortlessly. Completely. The overwhelming attack is shattered as if it were nothing. When the watching disciples witness this scene, their minds go blank. Blocking such a divine attack was already unthinkable. Destroying it so casually was outright impossible. And yet, Yixing has made the impossible possible. Shock spreads through the crowd like a storm. After that, Qin Shuang suddenly turns and runs away from the spot. Seeing this, the surrounding disciples shout loudly, "Stop right there!" But Qin Shuang ignores them completely. She sprints forward without looking back and shouts as she runs, "The person on that mountain is my senior martial brother. If you're not afraid of death, then follow me and try." Her figure flashes like the wind as she escapes. The others hesitate, and in the end, they can only stand there and watch. Ahead of them lies the same sect. Yixing's sect, On the mountain, Yixing stands quietly, looking at the faint blood energy lingering in the air. The moment Qing Shuang sees him, her heart skips a beat. That must be Senior Martial Brother. She rushes forward at full speed and crashes straight into Yixing. Bump! Rubbing her head, Qing Shuang laughs awkwardly. And that's how it happened, hee hee. Yixing is slightly surprised. I see. Looks like your luck isn't very good either. Qing Shuang quickly takes out the map and hands it to him. Senior Martial Brother, Master sent me to Yishu Mountain to find you and even gave me directions. She speaks rapidly, almost complaining. But the east was really hard to find. I flew for a while and then ran into pursuers. They forced me to run west for 2 whole days, and somehow I ended up here and even fell into a lake. There are many caves on this mountain, and there were bears inside. I was so scared that I blew them all away. Listening to her, Yixing silently observes her. Refined appearance, exquisite clothing. After 2 days of escape, her clothes are still spotless, and even the damaged areas have automatically repaired themselves. She must be the child of some great figure. He says calmly. Excuse me, Junior Martial Sister. Qing Shuang immediately shakes her head. Just call me Qing Shuang, Senior Martial Brother. Yixing sighs inwardly. That old fart left the sect for just a few days, and somehow tricked an ignorant young girl into coming here. He looks down at the map and asks, So you're saying Master brought you from the Tianqiang sect, 2 million li away, to a plain? And then you ran for 3 days from that plain before reaching Yishu Peak? Qing Shuang nods seriously. Yes, Master also told me that climbing the mountain from the west is faster. But when I actually climbed up, it was all cliffs. It took me so much effort. Yixing stares at her. The plain Master brought you to is only 100 li away from Yishu Peak. If you had simply followed the road east, you could have reached Yishu Peak in half a day without any trouble. But you ran for 3 full days? Qing Shuang freezes. She looks down at the map again, utterly confused. That's strange. I've been running east this whole time. Could there be a problem with the map markings? Yixing asks helplessly. You do know where north is, right? Qing Shuang tilts her head, pointing uncertainly. Is it here? Then she suddenly remembers something and asks eagerly. Senior Martial Brother, what about the other Martial Brothers in the sect? Yixing calms himself. Your non-existent sense of direction is the biggest problem here. Placing a figurative stone on his heart, he replies. It's just you and me. Qing Shuang's eyes light up. Really? Then, am I the senior sister of the Tianqiang sect now? She immediately grabs his sleeve excitedly. Senior Martial Brother! Senior Martial Brother! Tell me quickly, did you break the magical handprint of the Demon Heaven Patriarch just now? Yixing blinks. So that's what it's called. Yes, I broke it. And I also found this inside. He opens his palm. A single drop of blood floats quietly above it. Qing Shuang's pupils shrink. This is a drop of blood from the Demon Heaven Patriarch. Yixing is stunned. Looking at the blood again, he thinks, as the saying goes, 1 drop of essence is worth 10 drops of blood. This might be the magic blood of that old ancestor. Qing Shuang explains seriously. Even refining a single drop of essence blood costs cultivators a huge amount of resources. But with the support of essence blood, the power of magical treasures and spiritual energy can instantly rise to a much higher level. Yixing's eyes light up. Oh? That's good. Qing Shuang hesitates, then adds. In addition, the essence blood of high-level cultivators is extremely beneficial for cultivation. It can even forcibly break through 1 or 2 realms for cultivators in the Purple Palace realm. Yixing is slightly surprised. Increase one's cultivation realm? Qing Shuang looks at the blood again, deep in thought. Although it appears to be only at the first level of body refining, the essence blood of the old ancestor could give even Purple Palace realm cultivators a hard time. Yet eldest senior brother doesn't seem to care at all. Could it be that he's deliberately hiding his aura? Yixing then asks calmly. What would happen if someone directly consumed this drop of essence blood? Qing Shuang answers without hesitation. If the consumer's strength is weaker than the owner of the essence blood, they will immediately explode. It's rumored that before sealing himself away, the old ancestor's strength had already reached the 5th level of the immortal realm. After hearing this, Yixing nods thoughtfully. Then, without hesitation, he begins to consume the blood, saying calmly, It would be better to use the method of refining, and slowly extract the power within this essence blood. The moment Qing Shuang sees Yixing swallow the essence blood, her expression changes drastically. Her eyes widen in horror, and she screams in panic. But in the next instant, a crimson aura erupts from Yixing's body. Violent energy surges outward like a tidal wave, sweeping across the entire Tianqiong sect. The spiritual pressure is overwhelming, shaking the mountains and causing the air itself to tremble. Yixing clenches his teeth. His body writhes in pain, veins bulging as the power rages inside him. Yet he sneers coldly and roars. Absorb it all! Humph! With the heavenly book in my hands, don't even think about torturing me again. His figure slowly rises into the air. The red aura coils around him like a raging dragon, roaring and surging endlessly. Seeing this scene, Qin Shuang is completely stunned. He actually absorbed the essence blood in such a domineering way. Eldest senior brother's true cultivation must be far beyond that old ancestor's. It seems I really came to the right place this time. After some time, the violent energy finally settles. Yixing descends gently to the ground. He exhales, a faint smile appearing on his face. He has leveled up. At the same moment, a message flashes before his eyes. Body refining realm, control range, 12 zhang. Tianqiong sect authority unlocked. Yixing frowns slightly in thought. So after leveling up, I still need to manually expand my control range. Just then, he senses something. At the edge of the sect, the same group of people who had been chasing Qin Shuang quietly arrive. One girl whispers to another man. Can you believe it? The Tianqiong sect doesn't even have defensive formations. The man frowns. Then why did the old ancestor's divine power disappear without a trace? Another cultivator interrupts impatiently. Don't think about that. No matter what, we must bring the holy maiden back. Yixing turns to Qin Shuang and says calmly. Junior sister, since you've joined the Tianqiong sect, your affairs are my affairs. Qin Shuang's eyes brighten. Thank you, eldest senior brother. Yixing steps forward, shielding her behind him, and speaks toward the doorway. Fellow Taoists hiding behind the door, please come out. The hidden group stiffens. Damn it, were we discovered? Senior brother, be careful. He's trying to trick us. That's right. We hid perfectly. There's no way this kid noticed us. Yixing chuckles lightly. Hey, is it really a good idea to speak so loudly when we're this close? The door swings open. Humph. Since we've been discovered, we might as well come out. We thought it was some big shot. Turns out it's just a small-time nobody. The old ancestor must have withdrawn his power because he didn't want to hurt the holy maiden. Qin Shuang murmurs softly. One of the heavenly book's functions, breaking through concealment techniques. At the same time, she thinks in shock. No wonder he's the eldest senior brother. He can even see through our sect's hidden treasure, the shadow concealing mirror. Their senior steps forward and looks coldly at Qin Shuang. Holy maiden. With your cultivation at the 9th level of the soul-gathering realm, can't you see it? This kid is only at the body-refining realm. Don't blame me for forcibly taking you back. He lunges forward to attack. At the same time, deep within the secret chamber of the Demon Sky sect, a leader speaks gravely. According to the old ancestor, he once debated with 4 ancient monsters. Though he defeated 3, he was no match for the last one and suffered severe injuries. Due to overexertion today, his wound has burst open again. His companion slaps himself hard. I'm truly worthless. I dare to doubt the old ancestor's strength. I deserve death. Suddenly, glowing inscriptions fly out from the gate and hover before them. The leader reads solemnly. The old ancestor orders that the younger generation must resolve their own affairs. Let him pursue the holy maiden on his own. The Demon Sky sect must not pressure the Tianqiong sect again. Also, inform the Tianqiong sect not to use violence to force others. Any who violate this order will be executed. Back at the mountain, Qin Shuang clashes with her senior. She strikes him back and shouts. Senior brother! You're an existence we cannot resist. For the sake of your life, leave. She forces him backward. The senior becomes furious. As long as you marry into the Demon Sky sect, our Tianqiong sect will surely rise. Can't you consider your father, and everyone else? Qin Shuang's eyes tremble. No, stop talking nonsense. Yixing steps forward and says coldly. You speak so righteously. Did you ever care about Qin Shuang's own thoughts? The senior roars in anger. You're just an outsider. A piece of trash in the refinement realm. How dare you interfere in the affairs of my Tianqiong sect? Yixing calmly pulls out a cloth-wrapped bundle from behind him. Looking at it, he says indifferently. To sacrifice your own holy maiden for some ridiculous benefit. What kind of sect is that? It's not even worthy of being called a cult. The senior explodes with rage and charges forward. Yixing casually flicks his finger. The senior's pupils shrink. A hidden weapon? He hastily raises a shield to block. Boom! The impact sends him staggering backward. He barely manages to withstand it. His companion stares in disbelief. That was just ordinary white ash. Yixing's voice turns cold. Junior sister Qin Shuang is under the protection of the Tianqiong sect. Leave obediently today, and we'll pretend nothing happened. But if you dare to cross the line again, you'll bear the consequences. Qin Shuang freezes. Senior brother is protecting me. No one in the Tianqiong sect ever cared about my thoughts. Memories flood her mind. Chains. A locked room. Crying alone. Calling for help. No one listening. She had always been imprisoned, ignored, treated as an object. Tears well up in her eyes. But senior brother, he's protecting me. A junior sister he just met. A truly good person. Tears silently stream down Qin Shuang's face. One of the men sneers coldly and shouts at Yixing. Do you really think the Heavenly Sword sect is small and insignificant? Before he can continue, the senior quickly raises a hand to stop him. His eyes narrow as he scans the surroundings. Wait. Something's not right. There may be a trick here. He frowns and continues in a low voice. Think about it. How could trash at the body refining realm handle all of us alone? This must have something to do with this courtyard. His companion's eyes light up. As expected of senior brother Wang. I was too reckless. Hearing this, Yixing suddenly coughs, blood trickling from the corner of his mouth. He thinks helplessly, did I pretend too hard and make them misunderstand? He wipes his mouth and scoffs. TCH, how boring. All of you talk about being a righteous sect, but in the end, you don't even have the courage to step past the white line? He waves his hand dismissively. Junior sister, don't worry. They're just a bunch of timid weaklings. Your senior brother will let you stay here peacefully. Those words completely enrage the senior. His face darkens as he shouts. Formation! In an instant, several figures move into position. Spiritual light flashes as they activate their treasures. The senior roars furiously. You dare insult the Heavenly Sword sect, die! A powerful formation takes shape, sword chi surging violently as they attack together. Qin Shuang's expression changes, and she cries out in alarm. Senior brother, be careful! That's the Heavenly Sword sect's strongest array, the heaven-splitting sword formation. As the attack closes in, the senior's heart trembles. Nothing happened earlier. That bastard was playing with us. They rush closer and closer. Yixing turns his head slightly and says calmly, I already said. Suddenly, he lifts his gaze and looks at them. With just one glance, the senior's soul nearly leaves his body. Yixing's voice turns icy. If you cross the white line, prepare to bear the consequences. In the next moment, the terrifying formation shatters instantly, as if crushed by an invisible hand. Qin Shuang gasps in shock. The senior spits out a mouthful of blood, his body trembling as he stares at Yixing in disbelief. What kind of power is this? Aren't you a body-refining cultivator? Yixing looks at them with a gaze as cold as death itself. The senior's scalp goes numb. It's rumored that immortals can conceal their aura and blend among mortals. Could it be that this Tianqiong sect disciple is hiding his true strength? His knees weaken. He hurriedly clasps his fists and begs. Senior! We were only acting under orders. Please show mercy and spare us. Yixing raises his hand. The senior's heart sinks. I'm dead, but instead of killing him, Yixing calmly starts checking his storage pouch. The senior freezes. What is he doing? A terrifying thought flashes through his mind. He recalls something a junior once whispered. I heard all the male cultivators who encounter that demon get violated. At the time, he had laughed and replied, Ha! That's unlucky. The higher the cultivation, the weirder the fetishes. Luckily, it won't be us. Now. His face turns pale with fear. Nearby, his junior brothers hide trembling in the corner. The senior panics completely and shouts. Senior! Senior! Please spare my junior brothers. I'm willing to dedicate my body to you. Qin Shuang bursts out laughing. Yixing, utterly embarrassed, stiffens on the spot. Qin Shuang teases him. Senior brother, could it be that you dislike women? Yixing's face darkens. Nobody wants your body. He turns to the group and says coldly, all of you, if you want to live, hand over all your treasures. Some time later, Yixing finishes collecting everything, satisfied. He suddenly points at one girl. What's that around your neck? She trembles and stammers. It's just a jade pendant my master gave me, nothing special. Yixing snatches it away without hesitation. Voices immediately erupt. That's a protection talisman from the sect. Hand it over. It's just a toy I won from a tournament, it's worthless. This was given to me by my dead mother. Please. Hand it over. Yixing narrows his eyes. You're pretty good at hiding things. What's that tucked away there? Take it out. Qin Shuang hurriedly stops him. The senior swallows hard and says weakly, Senior, we really have nothing left. Yixing waves his hand. Fine. I keep my word. Leave. With a casual flick of his power, the group is lifted into the air and violently expelled from the mountain. After they vanish into the distance, Yixing looks at the pile of loot and grins. Well then, help me sort the good stuff. Qin Shuang mutters softly. Senior brother is really an odd person. Yixing picks up one treasure, frowning slightly. I don't even know these people. Why would they send someone after me? Qin Shuang bows sincerely. Senior brother, if it weren't for you, I would have been captured and dragged back. I truly feared for my life. I don't know how to thank you. If there's anything you need, please tell me. I'll do my best. Yixing's eyes light up. Oh? Really? Perfect. Then tell me, how do I use these treasures? Qin Shuang is stunned. Yixing clears his throat and says solemnly, You're new to the sect. As your senior brother, testing your understanding of treasures is part of your entrance exam. Tell me, what's this? Qin Shuang answers obediently. That's Huangqi essence. It replenishes vitality and improves qi techniques. As she speaks, Yixing casually pops it into his mouth. Qin Shuang gasps. Senior brother! Swallowing Huangqi essence raw will cause qi turbulence. MPH, no problem. She hurriedly points to another. That's Shanxi ginseng, it enhances spiritual energy. Yixing eats it. That's a blood qi pill. Body refining cultivators need at least 3 days to refine it, or else. Yixing eats it. That's a cloud condensing bead. It stabilizes qi meridians and aids recovery. Yixing eats it too. Qin Shuang is completely stunned. Wow. How can you eat so many medicinal materials that could kill dozens of spirit beasts? Senior brother, don't panic. Yixing picks up another item. Qin Shuang blurts out. Star Sea Steel Meteorite. You can't eat that. Yixing shoots her a look. Do I look that stupid? She shakes her head rapidly. And no, not at all. Inside, she thinks nervously, senior brother's strength is too abnormal. Is he testing me? She bows slightly. Senior brother, your method of consuming raw medicinal materials is profound. Qin Shuang is dull and cannot comprehend your way. Please enlighten me. Yixing pauses. So you want to know? He thinks silently. It's just because I can directly control medicinal properties within this domain. Out loud, he says calmly. Alchemy, medicinal balance, neutralization, all of that is too troublesome and costly. Cultivators should value simplicity and clarity. Don't overcomplicate things. Qin Shuang's eyes shine. I understand. Senior brother is teaching me that truth is simple, and everything must be traced back to its origin to grasp the fundamental essence. Yixing blinks. What did she just understand? She continues excitedly. The same applies to cultivation. Only by understanding the essence of cultivation and the Tao of heaven and earth can one truly grow stronger. Yixing is stunned. Is this girl some kind of heavenly saintess? That comprehension ability is terrifying. Qin Shuang bows deeply. Thank you for your guidance, senior brother. Yixing nods solemnly. Exactly, that's what I meant. Now then, I'm going into seclusion. You can go ahead first. He pauses. Oh, right, do you know how to cook? Qin Shuang freezes. Cook? Could this be senior brother's final test? She rushes to the kitchen, only to see rats fleeing in panic, carrying scraps with them. There is nothing edible left. She gasps. There are no ingredients. How could I forget to prepare ingredients for senior brother's test? Her eyes burn with determination. This must be another entrance exam. Senior brother! I will definitely pass this exam. With that, Qin Shuang dashes toward the forest to gather ingredients. From afar, Yixing hears her shouting and frowns slightly. What did she just say? The scene shifts deep into the jungle. Qin Shuang is sprinting through the dense forest, fiercely chasing a tiger cub. Her eyes are locked onto it, as she closes the distance without the slightest hint of mercy. Why are you running? She mutters coldly. You're my food now. Terrified, the tiger cub desperately tries to escape her grasp. It suddenly turns around and launches a counterattack in a last attempt to survive. Qin Shuang narrowly dodges the strike, her body twisting just in time. Her expression sharpens. She draws her sword in one smooth motion, flashes forward, and in the next instant, the tiger cub is caught. Holding it in her hands, Qin Shuang beams with delight. Hee, the ingredients are ready. I'll use my unique cooking skills to prepare an immortal dish. Senior brother will definitely be waiting for it. She looks around and suddenly notices a tree nearby. A familiar mark is carved into its trunk. Ah, this is the mark I made earlier. Realization dawns on her face. So this forest has a natural formation that disrupts perception. No wonder I kept getting lost. If it weren't for this little guy, I might have been trapped here. She carefully recalls the path she took, glancing toward the distant direction of the Tianqiong sect. Far, far away. Meanwhile, elsewhere in the forest, a massive tiger returns toward its cave, carrying a freshly killed bird in its mouth. It plans to feed its cub. But as it reaches the cave, the cub is gone. The tiger freezes. Its eyes widen, then burn red with fury. A deafening roar erupts from its throat, shaking the entire mountain. Trees tremble, birds scatter, and the forest quakes under its rage. The scene shifts again. Inside the ancestral hall, Yixing sits cross-legged, cultivating quietly. Spiritual energy swirls around him as his aura steadily rises. He frowns slightly, thinking, after body refinement comes spirit transformation, but I don't have any martial arts. How am I supposed to break through this stage? At that moment, a surge of spiritual energy floods straight into his mind. Yixing's body stiffens. Then breakthrough. A brilliant light shoots straight into the sky, piercing the clouds. Back in the kitchen area, Qin Shuang hums happily as she prepares the tiger meat. This spiritual meat is incredible. I've never seen ingredients of such high quality before. As she places the meat into the pot, a small piece slips out and falls to the ground. A cockroach scurries over and nibbles at it. In the next instant, its aura explodes. Spiritual energy surges through its tiny body, muscles bulging as six-pack abs visibly form on its shell. With energy this dense, even an ordinary person could step into the body-refining realm after taking a single bite. Completely unaware of this disaster in the making, Qin Shuang scoops up the prepared meat and heads toward Yixing. With food this delicious, she says cheerfully, senior brother will definitely be satisfied. Suddenly, she stops. Her expression changes as she senses something unusual in the air. At the same time, inside the ancestral hall, Yixing slowly opens his eyes and murmurs calmly. So, that's how it is. Yixing gazes calmly at the glowing notification before him. Spiritual Transformation Realm, 2nd Layer. Divine Sense Range, 19 feet. He exhales softly, a trace of satisfaction in his eyes. One breath, straight into the Spiritual Transformation Realm. Just then, a rich, mouth-watering aroma drifts through the air. The scent slams straight into Yixing's senses. He freezes, then his expression shifts in surprise. This smell? Realization strikes him instantly. Yixing smiles. He stands up and walks out happily, muttering as he goes. It's been a long time since I smelled something this fragrant. Could my junior sister's cooking really be this good? Stepping outside, he sees Qin Shuang standing at the doorway, holding a pot. Oh? Qin Shuang. Yixing says cheerfully, why are you standing outside? Come in. What's cooking in the pot? Qin Shuang stiffens. She looks nervous, far more nervous than usual. Not good, senior brother, she blurts out. My divine sense detected the aura of a violet realm monster at the foot of the mountain. Yixing barely hears her. His eyes are completely locked on the pot. Violet realm, he waves dismissively. Hey, it's fine. Just a minion. Then he grins. Compared to that, come on, let senior brother see what delicious stew you've cooked. Suddenly, the pot slips from Qin Shuang's hands. At the same moment, strange tremors ripple through the sect. But before the pot can fall, Yixing reaches out and catches it effortlessly. Qin Shuang's eyes light up with joy. Senior brother is amazing. Yixing chuckles. Forget it. Let's go inside the hall, sit down, and talk properly. The scene shifts. At the foot of Yishu Peak, a massive tiger races forward at terrifying speed. Thunder crackles around its body as rage distorts its ferocious face. How dare you take my son while I was in seclusion? It roars. How dare such a bold human exist in the entire Tianyun mountain range? I will slaughter every last one of you humans. The Tsangyuan realm. A land overflowing with demonic beasts and countless races. The demon race possesses long lifespans, terrifying physiques, and innate abilities far surpassing humans of the same cultivation level. Once a demonic beast enters the spiritual realm and survives the heavenly tribulation, it can speak human language. And upon reaching the immortal realm, powerful demonic beasts can even transform into human form. Beings of absolute terror. Among them, Paisher. A king-like existence among demonkind. The tiger suddenly snarls, confusion mixing with fury. Why can't I sense my son's aura? Instead, there's a strange fragrance. Its eyes blaze with killing intent. These shameless humans must have used techniques to trap my son and force a domestication contract. Thunder erupts as it accelerates, charging straight toward Yixing's sect. From a distant mountain peak, a fox watches silently. The king of the Tianyun mountain range actually took the initiative to appear? She mutters. Who is blind enough to provoke him? These humans truly don't know how to live. They're just waiting to receive Paisher's wrath. The tiger gathers spiritual energy in its mouth and roars toward the heavens. Human race. Return my child. The roar shakes the sect. Qin Shuang hears it, and her face turns pale. Fear grips her heart. Moments later, the tiger inhales sharply. Its pupils shrink. That smell. Its voice trembles with disbelief and fury. The smell of my son. You ate my child? Yixing looks around awkwardly. Then, with a calm and serious expression, he says, Since that's the case, there's nothing we can do. He pauses thoughtfully. How about a peace? The tiger explodes with rage. Damn human race! It lunges straight toward Yixing's room, claws tearing through the air. I'll shred you to pieces. At the same time, Qin Shuang smiles bitterly, lost in her thoughts. Father, how is your health lately? Are the disciples practicing well? Even though Qin Shuang is not there, she still misses everyone every day. But heaven does not follow human wishes. I made an irreparable mistake, and I deserve this ending. I only hope Father will not grieve, and will take good care of his health. She lowers her head. Your loving, unfilial daughter. Fang Qin Shuang. Trembling, she turns to Yixing. Say, senior brother, please, give this suicide note to my father. Yixing frowns sharply. Junior sister, what are you doing? At that very moment, the enraged tiger's claws descend toward Yixing, its roar echoing like thunder. Die! Yixing turns around with a relaxed smile and looks straight at the tiger. The moment their eyes meet, the tiger freezes. It stops right before the white line. The tiger's pupils contract as it stares at Yixing. He's not afraid of me at all? Something is wrong, very wrong. Qin Shuang lowers her head nervously and says, Senior brother. Hi, I didn't know that cub was the offspring of such a powerful monster. Yixing waves his hand casually. Don't worry. I won't blame you. He looks at the pot in her hands and smiles warmly. You carefully prepared this pot of immortal cuisine for me, and I haven't even had the chance to thank you yet. Then his tone turns firm and reassuring. Besides, you're already a member of the Tianqiong sect. As your senior brother, how could I let you suffer even the slightest harm? Qin Shuang's eyes instantly brighten. Her heart feels warm, and she smiles happily. Yixing then looks outside and sighs. Looks like we'll have to risk going down the mountain again to buy some kitchen utensils. The tiger roars furiously. Human cultivator! Do you dare come out and fight me? Yixing narrows his eyes slightly, thinking, this demon beast's cultivation is not low, and its senses are terrifyingly sharp. Even the slightest hint of danger would make it cautious. The tiger growls through clenched teeth. The grudge of killing one's offspring is irreconcilable. As long as you live, the hatred in my heart will never fade. Yixing smiles faintly. You want revenge for your child? He raises his chin slightly. Then come and get it. The tiger is momentarily stunned. Then it sneers. Humph. Beyond this white line, did you set up a formation? Yixing tilts his head. A formation? I don't have those things here. The tiger snorts coldly. If there's no formation, how can trash like you, at the spirit transformation realm, resist my pressure? Yixing shrugs. Can't I just have exceptional talent? The tiger laughs harshly. Your footsteps are erratic. Your spiritual power is scattered. Your eyes are lifeless, and your divine sense is deliberately hidden. I've never seen a genius like you before. If you asked me, you're worth nothing except for that handsome face. Among demon beasts, strength reigns supreme. Those born with beautiful appearances usually possess the weakest strength and sit at the very bottom of the hierarchy, using appearance to insult others. That is the greatest provocation to demonkind. Yixing, however, looks delighted. He smiles broadly. Look at you, you can't even control your temper. He sighs dramatically. To be honest, waking up every day with this handsome face of mine is quite a torment. The tiger is completely confused. Then it roars angrily. What's the difference between being handsome and being a waste? While we demons may lack humans' cultivation talent, Can you even imagine the daily effort we put into strengthening ourselves? You're such a waste, yet you'll have to live your whole life with that handsome and charming face, becoming the laughingstock of your own people. Yixing continues smiling calmly. He turns to Qin Shuang and says, Qin Shuang, go make tea for this demon lord. The highest quality. The tiger's heart jolts. What a terrifying human. Yixing then looks back at the tiger. My lord, why don't you sit down and talk slowly? I can listen all day. The tiger is shaken. Even in the face of such mockery, he remains calm. Is this the legendary patience of the human race mentioned by the ancestors? Still, it snorts coldly. Humph. Enough nonsense. Are you, sneaky rat, brave enough to fight me or not? Yixing raises an eyebrow. Huh! You're so strong. Why don't you come in? The tiger growls warily. Who knows if there's a formation hidden in this broken hall? Yixing chuckles. You say there isn't, but I don't believe it. Just this spiritual meat alone has increased my cultivation more than all those precious treasures and elixirs combined. If I eat a big head like yours, shouldn't my level skyrocket? The tiger's heart tightens. For a moment, it imagines itself being served as tonight's dinner. Still, it roars. If you have the guts, come out. Yixing replies lazily. If you have the guts, come in. They argue back and forth. Finally, the tiger sits down heavily and snorts. Humph. Smooth talker. We demon beasts can absorb the essence of heaven and earth and go 100 years without food. I want to see how long you humans can endure. Yixing calmly takes out the meat from the tiger cub and holds it up. Alright. You're tough, then take your time. He begins eating the meat in front of the tiger. The tiger completely loses control. Someone is cooking and eating its own child right before its eyes. You, human! It roars. When I catch you, I'll crush your bones and burn your soul. Yixing lifts a bone and glances over casually. Sorry, what did you just say? The tiger's patience shatters completely. But Yixing calmly finishes his meal and says, I'm full now, so I won't bother with you anymore. You can stay here for today. He looks at the tiger coldly. The tiger instinctively trembles. Suddenly, Yixing activates the ancient book. His domain expands instantly. The tiger is flung far away, its massive body tumbling as it plummets down the mountain. Qin Shuang and Yixing both stare in surprise. The tiger disappears into the distance. Qin Shuang stares in shock. A purple palace realm demon beast was scared away by senior brother? Since ancient times, demon beasts always retaliate against weakness, yet it fled as if its life depended on it. Senior brother, just how many trump cards do you still have that I haven't seen? Yixing sighs regretfully. What a pity. If we caught that guy, we wouldn't have to worry about food for half a year. Qin Shuang thinks to herself, a purple palace realm demon beast. If not eaten directly, it would be such a waste. If refined into pills, how much would their quality improve? Could this be the principle of the great Tao is extremely simple? She beams with admiration and says, Senior brother, you truly are amazing, guiding and teaching me in such a profound way. Yixing looks around the damaged surroundings and sighs. The house is completely wrecked. The old man's bedroom doesn't matter, but the kitchen might not be usable anymore. Qin Shuang lowers her head guiltily. I'm sorry, senior brother. This is all because of my reckless actions. Yixing shakes his head. What are you saying, Qin Shuang? These are just broken things. Qin Shuang points at the materials she brought. I have some supplies I used while camping during my travels. I don't know if they can make up for the sex losses. Yixing remains silent. Meanwhile, deep in the jungle, the tiger flees at full speed. As it runs, its thoughts churn. That human, the truly strong one, he definitely hid his cultivation. That pressure just now, it felt no different from an immortal realm ancestor. I couldn't resist it at all. The enmity of killing one's child is unforgivable, but then its gaze softens. Life and death are predetermined. Fortune is bestowed by heaven. Perhaps Yunus' death this time was also fate. Rest assured, Yunner, I will carry your regrets, and give birth to another brother for you. And with that, the video ends here. So guys, that's all for today. If you want to see the next part, make sure to like the video, leave a comment, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. See you in the next video. Bye.